Namaste everyone, welcome back to Physio Vitals. I'm Dr. Ankita Sawant. Today I am back on overview and organization of nervous system. In this chapter, I'm going to explain what is nervous system, its overview, what is microstructures, its function, organization of central nervous system. Then I'll explain what is neuron, structure of neuron, then supporting cells, neuroglia. Till here, I'll be covering this entire topic. So let's see what is nervous system. We have macrostructures: brain, spinal cord, peripheral nerves, sense organs. So in macrostructure we have powerhouse brain, then below that is spinal cord. From then connection of the brain and spinal cord to the rest of the body, we have peripheral nerves, then sense organs like eye, ear, tongue, olfactory bulbs and skin. So the function of these macrostructures: detection of stimuli, external or internal. Okay, so they detect the stimuli, responds to stimuli, then coordinates the activity of other organs and the systems. Now, organization of nervous system we'll see. We saw the overview: brain, spinal cord, peripheral nerves, then sense organs. We saw the function. Now, organization of nervous system. We have central and peripheral nervous system. So, the central nervous system, the CPU and the motherboard. So, in central nervous system, we have brain and spinal cord. Whereas in peripheral nervous system, these are the cables basically, which connect the central nervous system to the rest of the body. So in peripheral nervous system, we have cranial nerves and spinal nerves. These are the communication, as I said, communication between CNS and rest of the body. So central peripheral. In peripheral, we have afferent fibers, incoming or sensory fibers, and efferent fibers, which are outgoing or the motor response they carry. In efferent, we have somatic and autonomic nervous system. In somatic nervous system, these are the voluntary fibers which carry the motor function. Autonomic peripheral nervous system are the involuntary fibers. In autonomic, we have sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system is the fight or flight mechanism. Parasympathetic nervous system is on rest and digest. So now we'll see the neurons, its structure. Very important. Again, nervous system's very important topic is neurons. So first we'll see the structure. As you can see in this diagram, this is the dendrites. Okay, these are the receptive fields which stimulated by external stimulate comes here, which is stimulated by the inputs. This is the external stimuli came here. It receives receptive fields. It receives the information input, passes on to the soma, the cell body, which responds to the graded input. Then we have efferent projection called axons or axon hillock, which conduct the nerve impulse to target. We have myelin and which is consist of myelin or unmyelinated sheaths. So after the input has been traveled from soma, it comes to the axon. The efferent projection, here we can see the myelin sheet, the node of Ranvier, then output is the synapse, this. So first are the dendrites, the stimuli comes to the soma, it travels to the axons, it is either myelinated or unmyelinated sheath, nodes of Ranvier, and then lately it has terminal end has the synapses. So this is all about the structure of neuron. Next we'll see the supporting cell neuroglia, glia, the smaller support cell of nervous system. Outnumber neurons 10 is to 1. So these are neuroglia which outnumbers even the neurons by 10 is to 1. Structural and mechanical support, it gives the structural and mechanical support to the nervous system. So its role is to maintain hemostasis and myelination. Immune responses via phagocytosis. So very important function they do in the nervous system, that they do phagocytosis. Now neuroglia of the central nervous system, we have astrocytes. What are astrocytes? They are the nutrient bridge between the neurons and the capillary. Likewise, the peripheral nervous system is the bridge between the central nervous system and the rest of the body. Astrocytes are the bridge between neurons and the capillaries. Guide migrating young neurons. Then they form the synapse. Then mop up excess potassium ions for neurotransmitters. So astrocytes are the bridge between neurons and capillaries, guide migrating young neurons, form synapse, and mop up excess potassium, which are the neurotransmitter. Then we have microglia, long thorny processes, monitors neuron health, then senses damaged neurons, migrates to damaged neurons, phagocytosis, as we know its function, phagocytosis of microbes and debris. Immune cells are denied access to central nervous system, so they are the gatekeepers. Long thorny processes monitor neuron ka health. They are basically the doctors of for neurons. Then senses the damage in the neuron, migrates to damaged neurons, then phagocytosis. Whether if any microbe or debris is present, then they do phagocytosis over that area. Then we have oligodendrocysts. They form myelin sheaths in the central nervous system. Myelin formation. Oligodendrocytes form myelin in the central nervous system. Epidermal cells lines the central cavity of the brain and spinal cord. So they do the insulation work, lining of the central cavity of the brain and spinal cord. Even the blood-brain barrier, then beating cilia circulates cerebrospinal fluid. Then we have neuroglia of peripheral nervous system. Here we all saw about the central nervous system. Neuroglia of central nervous system. Now we'll see the peripheral nervous system. In that we have Schwann cells. Myelin formation wraps around the axon. Schwann cells are they wrap around the axon by forming the myelin layer. Then regeneration of damaged neurons. They help in the regeneration of damaged neurons. Then we have satellite cells. Surround neuron bodies. Structure, nutritional support and protection. So they provide the structural nutritional support. They act like a nursing. They nurse the neurons, satellite cells. So as you can see in this diagram, this is the epidermal cell, oligodendrocytes, astrocytes, microglia, and in peripheral we have satellite and Schwann cells. So that was about today's lecture. In upcoming lecture, I'll be connecting the connective tissue sheaths on peripheral nerves. In that we'll see a lot of interesting things, how the peripheral nervous system have its own connective sheaths. So that's it for today. I hope you like this short video which I'm making, and it gives you a great insight about the nervous system as a whole. So thank you very much. Keep learning.